No. You gotta listen to the way people talk. You don't say affirmative or something like that. You say, no problemo. And if someone comes up to you with an attitude, you say, eat me. And if you want to shine them on, it's hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, or later, one. And if someone gets upset, you say, chill out. Or you could do combinations.
Chill out. What?
That's great, see, you're getting it.
No problemo.
Hello and welcome to another project. In this project we'll be working with the scene from the Terminator 2. Now there's two things that make this project special. Number one, it's the 10th project that I'm creating, and number two, it is a project that was requested by a subscriber called Infinite Psychosis. I hope I pronounced that right. I feel like I pronounced it wrong. Anyways, this project was requested by Infinite Psychosis, so this is the first time I'm working on a project that's been requested before. So I hope it'll be exciting, and I hope that you guys will stick around to see what the final result is. Well, I imagine you did see what the final result looks like in the beginning, but I hope you'll stay around to see how we got to that final result. So I started off, I keep on using the word we, I need help. So I started off with John Connor. I chose this particular scene because it was something different in terms of them being in a car. I haven't animated anything that had the background moving, so I wanted to try that. So this was the scene that stuck out for me in the movie, that I was like, okay, I want to try this. So here I started off with John Connor. It was just creating his leg, basic shape. His body is not very it's not easy to see his full body, so that also helped in creating the scene. It made it very easy. What I also did with this trace and animate is that I added cycles to John Connor's character and a little bit of movement and some bone rigging so that he would look more animated in the whole animation. Now, when it comes to the cons of this project, where I did struggle was the Terminator. I really struggled trying to make him look like him, like, if you know what I mean. And it was very, very, very difficult to make him look like the Terminator. I don't know how else to put it, and because I struggled with him, I realized that for me to sell this animation, or to sell this scene rather, is that I had to bring John Connor to life. So basically in this whole animation, for me, John Connor is the one that I'm almost leaning so much on to sell the whole animation, because the Terminator, again, it's the first character I think that I've done where I wasn't happy with how he turned out, and I wish I could have done better, but I remember animating him and it just wasn't looking like him. But I don't want to talk too much about the Terminator because he does have his own video, and then what will happen is that when we get to that video, I will explain in much more detail about the troubles and the struggles that I had with him. So in this one, it'll be just John Connor, excuse me. So if this is your first time watching my videos come in 3 parts. The first part, we create the main character. The second part, we create the secondary character or background characters. And then in the last video, we put everything together to make the whole animation. So it's pretty step by step, but it's not a tutorial. It's more commentary than anything else. So here, as you can see with John Connor, we did the body. You can see he was very little work to do on him. I'll be honest. There wasn't anything too difficult about creating him, and I think because it was very quick, what I did was that I also animated the background. Well, not the outside, but the car. So you will see that in this video as well. And doing John Connor, what he reminded me of was actually Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. I don't know, there's something about him that just reminds me about Trunks. I don't know if it's the hair, but I just got that Trunks vibe from watching him. So that was really cool. So if you've made it this far, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching till this point. I hope you'll stick around for the rest of the video. There's a lot to do, and yeah, I hope you can subscribe and check out the other videos that we have on the channel. So here, as you can see, I'm just coming to adding the few shades on his face, the parts where it will be shaded, and just where the light bounces off his face. And then right now I'm working on the eyes, and yeah, so I've realized that it's become quite repetition in the projects that I do, excuse me, especially in the steps. So what I try to do again, and the reason that I chose this scene as explained earlier, is that I just want to do something that's different. So even though that it is trace and animate, you know, I don't want to be doing like similar scenes or same kind of things, you know, over and over again. So I always want to do something different. So here, the fact that they're in a car, it did pose to be a challenge, because I was thinking, well, how am I going to make the background look like they're driving? How am I going to, you know, sell it that they're in a car? So that was something that I was looking forward to. So I've already finished John Connor's character. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to work on the car that they're sitting in. And the car, again, it was very fast, just doing the interior, doing the different shades, mostly the shades that stand out. And then some of the things sadly didn't make it into the camera shot, because what I noticed was that the movie was shot in a different aspect ratio. So when I trace and animate, I trace in HD, which is 1920 by 1080, and I think this the movie itself wasn't in that frame aspect ratio, because otherwise the things that I was tracing would have fitted in the frame that I have here. So here, as you can see, it's coming to life, and I'm just looking at it right now, and I think I should have taken like a screenshot of everything just before it's colored, and I think that would have made, you know, something interesting to look at. So here I'm just finishing off the car, and then what I'll do is that I'll also trace and animate the seats, the car seats that he's sitting on. And then I can't recall if I traced and animated the Terminator in this shot, but I think I might have. So instead of one character, it's two characters that I'm going to trace and animate. And what I'll do is that I'll trace the image of the Terminator looking sideways rather than facing John, just to, I don't know, I think it just works much better if it would be like that. So again, thank you so much to Infinite Psychosis for I do apologize if I'm butchering your name, but thank you so much for recommending this scene for me to do. It was really fun, and yeah, I had fun doing it. So right now we're doing I'm finally adding the colors. Now this project in total, just this video alone, not the whole project, this video alone was about, I'd say, an hour, and I think it was also a video that was about an hour and 45 minutes. It wasn't too long, and the project took about, well, it took me 2 days to do it, but I think a couple of hours if we had to combine all those hours into a single day. So it didn't take too long. So right now I'm adding his color to the face, and I was worried about how the colors looked, because I was like, man, the skin color, they don't really look like their ethnicity, because they had sort of like it's a brown shade, and I suppose that's the shade that I was using. But what I realized is that once all the colors are added and the interior colors, then it does come alive. So I've learned not to be too worried about what the colors look like, because as an individual, but because once you mix everything together, then that's when, you know, your project looks different, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, this actually did work out. So here I was worried about the skin color, but then I think at the end with the whole animation, I thought it worked out really great. Yeah, so I was pleased with in terms of the colors. So here you can see I'm just adding the interior colors, and we're getting there. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm also so I did trace and animate the Terminator in this project, and that's the character we are gonna do in this video right after we do John Connor. So if you've made it this far, again, thank you for making it this far. We're almost at the 10-minute mark, just a couple of seconds away. So thank you for watching. please subscribe to the channel, help me grow. I'm trying to reach 50 subscribers, and yeah, I'm trying to reach subscribers, trying to grow. So if you can consider subscribing, especially if you are interested in this type of content, you know, I wouldn't say, you know, recommend subscribe for the sake of it, but especially if you would like to see more videos like this, then please subscribe. All right, so you can see, so now I'm just adding my flair, making the lines thicker, you know, giving it my art style and making sure everything is coming to life. And yeah, so I was really pleased with this John Connor. I really wanted for him to have dynamic movement, but I did realize that I would struggle with it. So what I did was that I did leave it at this pose, but the cycles animation really helped sell the animation, and I think you'll definitely see that come to life when we get to the last video, and then you'll see how well it worked. So here I tried to use I took the lips from the Graham Stephan project and I just applied them to John Connor here. And this is the best part of when you've done so many projects, is that you don't need to do things from the beginning every time you do a project. You just take from one project and you import to another. So here you can see all I'm changing is the lip color, and that's it. But the animation for the lips are already done, and I don't need to do much other than add colors. So you can see the more projects that you do, the more assets that you have for your projects that you can use over and over again. And I thought that was really cool. So right now I tried to add some different shades to John Connor's face, but that didn't really work out. I can't recall if I kept them in, but I felt it was a bit much. So I might have deleted some of them, but I can't recall. I always never recall when I do these projects. And if you're wondering why I don't record live, is that, again, if I did that, then these videos would be about 2 hours each. And I'm hoping maybe someday in the future, when like people want to see me do a project, maybe I can live stream or something like that. But that's, you know, somewhere in the pipeline. Hopefully, if I get a good following, I'm hoping I can do that. So I'm also adding just a few thicknesses to the car, just to make it appear more nice, make it more detailed, and so on. So right now I'm gonna jump to this animation or tracing of the Terminator here. Now with this side view, I was okay with him, but it's the perspective from John when that's the view I struggled to see his character, and that's the first character that I was not pleased with the final results. And then here you can see we've got Arnold there, got his nose, just giving him his basic shape. I didn't go too much into detail because I knew that he'd be blurred. Now I know that in the original movie scene he isn't blurred, so I thought, because, and the only reason that I did blur him is because I wasn't pleased with the results. So I was like, nah, I really don't want to show this, so hence why it was blurred. But I think in the I'm definitely being hard on myself, because I really think I could have done better, and I'm trying to figure out why it wasn't the way I would have wanted it to be. And I'm thinking, did I feel pressure because this was recommended by someone, or was it rushed because I wanted to get it done? And I can't really figure it out, but somewhere along those that thinking, I wish I could have done better, and hopefully in the coming projects I can do better. But otherwise, you can see here it's not much. All I did was create the basic shape to his face and just exaggerated some of the features, and then that pretty much created the Terminator. So you can see here I'm just adding up the lines, and you'll see we'll also color him as well in this project, and then it should be coming to a close. Now with this project I didn't do a test render, just because if I did do a test render it would have spoiled the beginning, because it would have looked exactly with the beginning as the beginning, sorry. So here I didn't do a test render for this project, so it will end abruptly like a previous project. But what I will do is that I will give you a warning before the project ends, just so that it doesn't end weirdly and that you also get closure in some of it. So yeah. So here we're just adding adding some few little details, making his face look come to life. So we're getting there and we're almost done. So thank you guys for watching this video. It really means a lot. I truly appreciate if you've made it this far into this project, and if you have, then absolutely please consider subscribing to the channel, help me grow my channel, and I really do appreciate every view that I get, and I hope that you guys will stick around for the second part of this video, which is coming after this one. Bye.